Welcome to the Connected Woman podcast. Thank you for being here. Today's episode is about permission. Permission to trust yourself, permission to love yourself, permission to rewire all patterns that are holding you back and heal. This inner work is not a luxury or just for some people. This is for you. This is your birthright. For so many years, I didn't know that because my childhood conditioning, I learned that love was unsafe and unreliable, or that I was too much, that I was too sensitive. So I just learned to look for external validation to feel seen and loved and acknowledged. And for more than 2 decades of my life, I walked like that. I didn't have a sense of self and I didn't trust myself. And from the outside, I look a strong person, but from the inside, I was in pain. And in my adult life, I relate to people, I build relationships with people who were emotional, unavailable, and unreliable. And obviously this brought a lot of pain to my life, and this is not because I wanted to be in pain. I was partially unconscious, and I say partially unconscious of this because I already have the hits of that awareness of what was happening. And this is what is about conditioning, is going back to what is familiar, not to what is safe, not to what is good for your well-being. And so my turning point was when I became truly aware of what was happening in my life. Like, I became truly aware of the cycles I was going back and forth doing my inner work, because I went to therapy for many years. But therapy helped me in many ways. I did a lot of inner child work and shadow work, but I didn't take the actions I needed. And one of them was literally rewiring my brain and learning to regulate my nervous system. And this is when everything changed for me, when I started creating new neural pathways by repetition, by the way I was talking to myself, by visualization, by taking action, and doing all kinds of things before going to bed when I was waking up, to kind of get into my subconscious mind and help myself to really understand that I was worthy of a better life, first off inside of me, with a relation with myself. And so that was really the turning point when I took the decision to start my inner work and heal and rewire all patterns that were holding me back. And I chose consciously to reparent myself. I learned new beliefs that support my life, healthy boundaries. I rediscovered my values, my passions, my purpose in life, my sense of self. I started trusting myself and love myself. I learned that healing wasn't about perfection, and that rewiring all patterns that were holding me back, it didn't mean that I will not ever get triggered or will go back to that body sensation, maybe of anxiety or feeling unsafe. But the big difference is that once you have truly rewire all patterns holding you back, and create new beliefs that support your life, and learn to regulate your nervous system, then you, my friend, have the power to create the life you desire. And most importantly, you build one of the most important relationships in your life, and that's the relationship with yourself. When you feel safe within yourself, you can do anything and you become unstoppable. And this is not just to saying. Once you are in that space, whatever you want to create, whatever you put your mind into, you will be able to achieve. But that needs to come from the inside out and not from the outside in. That doesn't work like that. And so when I start this episode and I said, this episode is about permission to be yourself, I meant you have the permission. This is your birthright. Healing and rewiring all patterns of belief that are holding you back is your birthright. And the only person that needs to give here permission to do this inner work is you. So before I go, let's do this. Close your eyes and place your hand in your heart, on your heart. Take a deep breath in and ask yourself, what will it look like to come home to myself? Another deep breath. Thank you for being here, and I will see you in my next episode.